And tonight we have Cory Johnston from the Brainstorm podcast. If you would like to give us a call, Uber conference, the phone number is 857-216-3200. Use PIN number 35368. Dial carefully, folks, and you can ask Cory a question.
A tongue twister for you there.
I'm a tongue twister today. I just woke up. Leave me alone.
You've invited us here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot. That's
I'll
right.
Be quiet. I'll be quiet now.
Okay. Cory, I have some general questions I'd like to ask you.
Sure.
Were you religious, or if you were, how did you come to your non-belief?
Well, I can't actually say that I was ever actually religious.
Okay.
But I did come from a semi-religious family.
Okay.
And like they went to church all the time and whatnot. And I guess when I was a teenager, my parents started going to church and watching Robert Schuller. I don't know if you know who he is.
Yes.
Sounds familiar.
He has the Crystal Cathedral down in the, well, I guess I always say down in the States, but you guys are down there. So
Yes.
Yeah, we be down here in the States, eating our microwave hot dogs and our popcorn.
Yeah, but yeah, so when they were doing the religious thing, I was kind of doing the New Age nonsense thing. Yeah, and then I guess when I was 18, I just started calling myself agnostic, until I was in my 30s, atheist wasn't even a thing. So
Yeah, I hear you. I really didn't learn about atheism as itself until I was like in my 30s as well. So hey, I feel you there.
yeah, I guess I was never actually a very religious person, so it's not like I left the church or anything.
Yeah, I hear you. What made you decide to get into podcasting?
Oh, listening to guys like you, actually.
Oh, what? You actually, somebody else listens to the show other than me?
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
all those downloads, I thought they were just me.
Yeah, no, they're on my iPod as well.
Oh, good. I'm glad somebody out there is listening to us. That makes two, just saying.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, we have a confirmed listener of this show. Wow, that's the. Oh wait, one of our co-hosts was a confirmed listener. Now that he's on the show, he don't listen to the show anymore. So,
Of course not. Yeah. No, none of the guys on my crew listen to the show. The Star Show.
I was already there. Damn it! Why should I fucking listen to it again? Oh
Yeah,
my
why
god!
do I have to listen to it again?
All right.
But yeah.
Besides, us. People like us getting in here, and if we do it, and we're barely trained monkeys. Was there any other reasons why you decided to get into podcasting?
Well, it seems like in my area, there's not a lot of skepticism.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody just believes everything they see. So I thought, well, I usually just rant on Facebook, but I thought maybe I could reach a bigger audience with a podcast. Turns out I can't.
You have the only podcast in Canada, I think.
Well, the only skeptical one in Saskatchewan, anyway.
Yes, that's where you're from. I forgot. I was going to ask you, and I didn't have a chance to.
Yeah, it's pronounced Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Okay, I'm writing that down. Saskatchewan. Okay, I can't spell for shit, but I'll sound it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I noticed you actually started a second podcast. It's more like a just interview podcast. What's the name of that one, by the way?
I call it the Hardcore Skeptic.
Yeah, you had an interesting person on your last one. They spent most of the time talking about music. I'm like, okay. I was like,
that was Jason Camo. He's actually part of the Atheists on Air podcast now, and he does the Pastor J videos from it's the Know the Truth YouTube channel, but it's spelt all screwy.
Oh, okay.
But I guess he used to work on Dogma Debate with David Smalley too.
Oh, okay.
Like as a sound guy, so he really knows his stuff. He's a pretty decent pretty good guy too. So
Okay, that's cool. Are there any other podcasts that you recommend that our listeners could follow and get more information?
oh geez,
Just name a couple. We don't want to give out to too many.
yeah,
We still want people to listen to this show.
yeah. We're still gonna have time to listen to Packard Pokes At.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is the one you have to listen to. They're above anything else. This is the one you have to listen to first.
Yeah. No, there's lots of good podcasts. Like, if you want to laugh, you got to listen to Cognitive Dissonance.
Yeah.
That's one of the best. So.
I thought we were the best. I'm gonna cry now.
No. One of the best. One of the best.
Okay, one of the best. Okay, I like. I'll accept that. We're the bottom feeders of podcasters. How do you go about producing your podcasts? I mean, how do you edit them? And you obviously don't do the show by yourself. You do it with like several other people. Do you do the editing yourself, or does somebody else do the editing, or what?
Well, I got a sound. We go to an actual studio, and we have a sound tech who does the audio levels.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take the mixed copy, and I just edit it at home for content. And then I put in like ads and whatnot, and intro, outro.
Oh, okay. Does that cost a lot of money to take it to a studio to have that done?
It's not bad. Like I've been friends with the studio guy for a long time, so.
Oh well, that must be nice to get a discount like that.
He gives us a deal.
I guess. I have to do all my editing, everything right here, right where I'm sitting. I mean,
yeah, I just recently got a mixer, so I'm still learning the whole rendering and mixing of audio files.
yeah, it's pain. It can be a real pain.
Yeah, I bet.
What do you do outside your podcasting persona? I mean, do you have like a regular job, or do you like hunt down moose? I guess I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big hunter, but I do have I guess you could say a regular job.
Okay.
I'm actually work in the oil field.
Oh, okay. I remember hearing that on your podcast. I just remember
Yeah,
that now.
yeah, we dispose of the wastewater that comes with the oil when it's pumped out of the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty good job.
Oh, okay. Because I remember, as I recall, I remember hearing on one of the podcasts you said that the oil prices were going down, so there was actually less work. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is fucking oil. I mean, how do they scam you to tell you, hey, we got to shut down, our oil prices are going down? I was like, you're fucking selling oil. You might as well be selling them blood.
Yeah.
So I'd be calling bullshit on them. Say, fuck you, don't you pay us less? Fuck you, it's oil.
Yeah, it seems like a confluence of different factors have made the oil price drop pretty dramatically. Like it was over $100 a barrel.
Yeah.
For a long time, years maybe.
Yeah, it has
2
been.
years or something. And then then it dropped to like almost 40, and you can blame Saudi Arabia, you can blame over-drilling, or you can blame America becoming almost self-sustaining as far as oil goes.
Yeah, we are starting to get almost self-sustaining there.
And you guys are like, the U.S. is everybody's major customer in that aspect. So.
Oh, I thought you were going to say U.S. is major bitch. I mean, no.
Yeah. Well, you guys down there, you guys are the biggest customer in the world for oil. So.
Yeah. We consume like 3 times what everybody else does compared to the rest of the world.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we don't even put it in our cars anymore. We just take an intravenous, go, and it's oh yeah, it feels so good.
Yeah.
Oh, that oil's running through my veins, man.
So gluttony is a good thing.
Well, apparently for Cory it is. I mean, it's like, hey, he's like, oh, those damn United States people, they're sucking down that oil.
Yeah, keeps us employed up here.
That's right. I would still go to your boss and say, hey, people are still buying oil. I mean, you can pay us more. Just saying, Yeah.
Oh, there was no shortage of bitching when things went down.
Yeah, I would doubt that. I would not doubt that at all. Connie, do you have any questions for Cory?
I see that you like comic books?
Yep.
What? Okay, so what? Are you a DC or a Marvel or what? Independent? What? Comics?
I don't prefer one over the other. I like it all.
Mhm.
Like everybody, lots of people dislike Superman. I like Superman. Lots of people dislike Captain America. I like Captain America.
I love Captain America. He's such a big Boy Scout. But he's just so sincere. Just really,
yeah. Well, that's exactly it, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a big Ninja Turtle fan myself for a long time. I had the
and the comics. They had really. I just remember just seeing them on TV. I was like, I didn't know who the hell they were until they got on TV.
My kids have my graphic novels now. But so yeah, and I like both Marvel and DC. Although I grew up with DC, obviously, because that was first. It was watching Batman and Superman. Oh, cool. Let's see. About the podcast though, do you record a whole bunch of podcasts at once? Because I thought it sounded to me like you were saying, I'm going to mix these down and I'll have several different shows, and I'm like,
yeah, like we'll sit down and we'll drink in the studio for like 3-4 hours. So
wow,
I can end up with a lot of content if we have a good night.
3 or 4 hours? Damn, you must have an iron ass. I'm just
well, we take breaks too. Yeah.
So how often?
They're good chairs.
So how often do we see? Because when I looked on YouTube, I just saw like I don't know, is it about 8 different broadcasts? But do you have more? You have more on your blog site? Is that what that's? Is that where the other shows are?
I just recently made a Google Plus for the podcast separately. Like before, everything was under my own.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So then there's a whole bunch of older ones underneath my own
okay.
YouTube channel.
Okay.
All right.
I had a little difficulty trying to find Brainstorm podcasts on YouTube. And I was like, okay, they gave me this long Google URLs like garbage sign, YZ, whatever. It was like, oh, okay. They haven't gotten around to making it Brainstorm podcast yet, I guess. I don't know.
This isn't necessarily about you, but it is about the podcast. I'm curious where DK got the nickname Gumby.
Oh, yeah. Well, when we were growing up, he was like the tall, gangly guy.
Okay.
So he's been called Gumby ever since high school, before high school even.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's 6.5 feet tall, and until the last couple of years, he was pretty thin. So,
damn. I was gonna ask this. I usually ask this off the bat, but I kind of forgot tonight. How did you come up with the name Brainstorm for the show? By the way,
we were brainstorming names. And Gumby actually said, well, why don't we just call it Brainstorm?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, there is actually, I did come across another, supposedly there's another podcast out there with the exact same name. So.
Yeah, the Brainstorm Think Tank, I think they're actually called.
Yeah, but they're also
go by podcast.
Yeah, they also go by Brainstorm Podcast as well. So I was like, yeah, it's a little. It makes. I suppose that makes it a little harder to find you sometimes. I suppose.
Yeah, I think it does. I'm not sure how to remedy the situation at this point.
I don't know.
Say wait at the original Brainstorm podcast.
Well, they might be the first one. I don't know.
True.
Yeah, I think the Brainstorm Think Tank was before us.
Yeah.
We didn't know about them when we came up with ours, so we're still legit.
Yeah.
Connie, did you have any other further questions for Cory?
Have you guys been have you all been friends for a long time? How did you all come together and decide, did you approach them about the podcast thing or?
Yeah, no, most of the guys I've been friends with for over 20 years. So nice. Like we all grew up together. And I just was, because I live in Weyburn and they live in Regina, which is about an hour and a half away.
They drive an hour and a half away to get to all sit down?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
explains why you
just
do
said,
that.
like, here's an excuse for me to come up every 2 weeks or every month, and we can sit down and drink and wax intellectually.
What are you drinking? Like like beer, wine, moose testicles?
I'm
what? No,
just a regular beer guy. Like
Just
I'm a
regular beer guy?
farmer growing up, so
Oh, okay. I hope you didn't catch that last part. I just said moose testicles, but
God.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't want to try those. I don't think.
There used to be this restaurant not farther north, just a little ways north of me. They used to sell Rocky Mountain oysters. I was just, I was running through my brain there. So,
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite topic to talk about on the show yourself?
Oh, geez, myself. Yeah, not really. I try to keep to like actual skepticism rather than like politics or atheism or social issues. But the other things always come into play. As soon as you start talking about anything about evidence-based thinking, then you end up talking about those other subjects too. So
yeah.
Yeah, you seem like the guy who's trying to keep it all on the rails, literally.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I'll just let everything go and be.
Yeah, I did notice that your entire show is like our staff meeting.
Right, yeah.
We just sit there, just talk back and forth, meander around back and forth, and that's your whole show.
Yeah, well, we think we're pretty smart, so.
Well, I didn't say that. I just say you just like.
No, I didn't say we were smart. Mike he actually has a degree in philosophy, and Lana, who has been added to the show, that is a newer friend. She's an actual scientist, so it's good to have like actual smart people on. And like I say, Gumby and Raz are both smarter than I am. So
that's why I have Connie, because she actually studies the stories. I just kind of sit here and just flap my mouth around a little bit.
Right, yeah.
You're too nice.
I know.
Yeah, and Renee actually, he did go to university for some anthropology, so he's got a lot of that background of.
Wow,
like,
yeah.
When we talk about Islam, he knows his stuff. So
cool. That's cool. I would like to keep him in my pocket. If I like pull him out and say, yeah, I got to talk with somebody from one of these other countries for that studies Islam. It's like, okay, here, pop him right out, say, and have him take over. Did you have any more questions there, Connie?
Sorry, I'm drawing a little blank here. Let me think a second. I'm sorry.
Or anytime I draw blank, it comes up blank. I can't figure out why.
Yeah. I've got brain fog tonight.
That's okay. I'll tell you what. Let me take while you're clearing your fog. I'll take a quick question from the chat room here. From Torvian, he asks, how many alcoholic drinks did it take to come up with the Brainstorm name?
You'd think it wouldn't have taken many, but
the whole night's a blur.
Yeah. That was like our first day. We came up with that, just chatting on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay. He was also kind of commenting on about the evidence there. He says, "Why do I need evidence? Why can't I believe whatever makes me feel fuzzy inside?"
Yes. I encounter that question quite often.
So what brand of New Age woo-woo did you ascribe to?
You ever heard of Richard Bach?
No, I've never heard of him.
Wait. Author of Jonathan Livingston Seagull?
Yes. Yeah, actually, yeah. And he also wrote Illusions, The Adventures of a Reluctant Messiah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, he basically it's about how perception creates reality, right? Like it's a Deepak Chopra kind of nonsense.
Oh no.
Yeah, we all kind of bought into it. Like me, Mike, and Gumby all thought we were pretty clever.
Perception creates reality.
Yeah.
I saw this great meme with about Deepak Chopra just recently. He said, and I didn't know he said this. He's something about he can control his aging process. A picture of him from younger to now,
Yeah.
And he's like, I guess he can't control that aging process like he thought he could.
Yeah.
Maybe
funny how he
because
looks like
doesn't
he's
want
aging.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wants to. See, that's the thing. He's aging because he wants to.
Yeah, that's right. He's just letting himself.
Yeah, I'm just letting it. Yeah. Oh, I got a little tired last week, so I just like, I kind of let it slip, I guess. Whatever reason they'll come up with.
See, actually, he's 160 years old. He just.
Yeah. Well, they like to slip in that little caveat of where if you have any doubt at all, then it doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So like, oh, you must not have believed hard enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that argument because like I had this conversation with a person I used to work with. He was a Christian. I pointed out the Iron Chariots thing. Just like it says right there that they couldn't beat this other gang, tribe, whatever tribe. We'll go with tribe. Well, this other tribe because they had chariots of iron. And he's like, I said, and it says right there that the parent of their God failed them. It's like, oh well, that's because they didn't believe hard enough. It's like, where does it fucking say that?
Yeah.
They didn't have enough faith. It doesn't say that in there. They just said they couldn't beat them.
Yeah, they just didn't believe it enough.
Yeah, that's
they
always.
They were clubber laying too. You have to have that. You have to have that training montage.
Yeah.
Switch up your
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Alrighty. If we're not going to get any more questions from the chat room here, where can they find your podcast?
I guess the best place would be brainstormblog.net is where all our show notes and links to episodes is.
Cool. Okay. Excellent. Excellent.
Grammar's hard.
Yeah, Greg. You have listened to this show.
We won't judge you.
No.
Much. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Corey, can you?
Messaging. I was messaging with somebody today earlier, and I used the wrong "your."
Oh yeah, I love that. I love it when they.
I messaged them back saying, "I promise I'm not dumb."
I do that with my phone. I say "your," and it's like just like, wait a minute, that's the wrong "your." Okay.
Damn it.
Sometimes it gets it right when I dictate to the phone. Sometimes it doesn't. So I love that. There's a lot of memes like, I may be dumb, but I know the difference between "your" and "your." I was like, okay, whatever. Grammar Nazi.
Yeah.